Hey guys, and welcome back to another season on the Coach Dave Academy YouTube channel. My name is Emery. We're here for 2024 Season 4, the final season of the year, and we're back at the Red Bull Ring for week 1 here in the heavy rain. 95% chance of rain this week, so we're going to go for a wet lap. Let's get into the hot lap. Okay, so let's get into the hot lap guide then for the first season and the first time for week 1 here. In the wet, it's the first lap guide I've done in the wet, so it should be quite interesting. Heading down towards turn 1, as I said at the start, quite a heavy chance of rain this week. Braking, just making sure, especially this goes for in general in the wet, just not braking hard at all. You're looking at about 50% maximum pressure really, maybe slightly higher if you're braking uphill, which you can do on this track. For example, turn 1, we've got slight incline as we head up towards turn 1. Just making sure we're braking nice and gently, really easy on the brake pedal, just to avoid any lockups. Really don't want to lock up here and just go straight on, as the car just won't stop and you just slide across the surface. So yeah, getting it down, trailing in nice and gently, and hit the apex, and then on the power as early as we can. And then just easing the power on, just to make sure we don't slide. And especially this curb on the edge will be very slippery as well. But yeah, out of turn 1 very nicely, and we head up towards the hill, up towards turn 2 and 3, keeping it as straight as we can, all the way up here, completely flat round here. And then spot our braking zone for turn 2, which isn't really a corner, and then turn 3, which is up ahead. Again, heavy on the brakes, very uphill again, this braking zone, and you notice we're about 50% brake pressure, just to avoid any lockups. If you are struggling with lockups, generally in the wet, it's better to go rearwards on the bias by a few clicks. Obviously, that will be on the set already for you guys. But just in general, if you're on the fixed set as well, it's just better to go really far back on the bias, just so you make sure you're not locking up your front tyres. But yeah, braking about the 150 meter boards, which is a very good reference you have here, just to the left-hand side of the corner. Just braking just after that, and then down to first gear. You actually want to avoid the apex here slightly, just as there's a nice bit of, there's rubber on the racing line, which is going to be really slippery. And there'll be a nice bit of dirt and marbles out here you can use to get a bit more grip. You notice a full lock as well, just try and cut back to use the grip on the exit as well. So yeah, setting it in quite deep here, turning in a bit early, and then using this grip around the outside, obviously in the wet. The racing line generally isn't the quickest, just as it's not as grippy. It's quite a smooth surface, so you don't get too much bite in wet conditions. So yeah, avoiding the apex here, and then getting a whole load of lock on, and then on the power, nice and straight for the exit. A bit of sideways action for good luck, and or good measure, sorry. And heading back down towards the next couple of corners. This one's a downhill braking zone, so it's quite difficult. And what I'm actually going to do is just slow the recording down here and go into the Delta app, which is new for this season, and break down the corner a bit more in detail. So let's have a look at the telemetry with the new Delta app for this season. Obviously, the first time I've showed you guys this on this channel. So firstly, you just select the lap that you want to analyze, then go to analyze data, which is here on the left-hand side. And then we look here, we see all the telemetry, got the throttle, the brake, steering, all the fun stuff like that, and your minimum speeds here. If you want to look at a particular corner, which we are, which is turn 4, I believe it is, you just drag the section that you want, and you've got a helpful map at the top right of your screen as well to see which corner it is. Now enhance the section, zoom in, you can see a bit better what you're doing here. So for example, for turn 4 here, as I said, you're braking really, really gingerly. Up to about 50%, you've got the nice percentages it gives you here. So, I mean, peak pressure, we're looking about 49.1. Really early on the brakes, and then just being really gentle, again, not going above 50. And you can see the speed up here. So speed's coming down gently as we go towards the apex and increasing as we exit the corner. Down here, you've got the steering angle as well, you can analyze. You also got the gears as well to look at, all the fun stuff you could use, even the fuel at the bottom here as well. But really useful for you guys. You can compare it to our laps as well, so you can see where you're losing the time at each corner. Also your personal best, all the fun stuff like that. So yeah, really useful app for you guys to really see where you're losing the time and compare to people that might be slightly quicker than you. And you can really go into detail, see where you're losing the time, whether it's on the throttle, whether it's the braking, whether you're turning in too early. And all the fun stuff like that. So yeah, you can see here the brake trace. We're at about 50% into the corner, and it's holding it really, and then we just trail it off towards the apex. And then once we get past the apex, obviously fully off the brake, we start getting back on the throttle. So yeah, I would recommend using this. It's a brilliant tool. I know I'll definitely be using it. I mean, it looks lovely as well. And a very useful tool to have at your disposal. You can really find a lot of lap time using telemetry. And this is, I mean, it's perfect. It's really accessible as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend giving Delta a go, guys, this season. Help you find those final few tenths off your lap times. Yep, so welcome back then to the iRacing screen. As I was saying, just regarding this corner, want to make sure you're not too heavy on the brake again. We're braking very early here as well. You notice we're just about on or just before the 150 meter board this time, as it is downhill. So it's going to be extra slippery and extra easy to lock up your front tyres. So braking really carefully here. And yeah, just making sure we're not locking up at all with the fronts. Again, about 40-50% down to second gear, just avoiding the apex curve just to make sure we don't get any less traction. It'll be very slippery on the apex here, so just make sure we're going around that, and then on the power as early as we can, and then following around the racing line as normal into the next couple of corners, and then taking a nice wide line, turning in slightly early here just to get a bit more of the grip on the inside. Obviously the racing line will be slippery here, so get a bit more bite if you turn in slightly earlier, and you can use some marbles on the inside there to your benefit. Turning in, using again just slightly offline, using the marbles again out here, and then cutting back, getting a nice exit. No need to short shift, and then again just turning in slightly early for this corner. You actually get a lot of puddles, especially in heavy rain, forming around the apex there. You can kind of see it very, very vaguely. But on this apex curb and white line, you get a lot of puddles forming. So you just want to go slightly around it and avoid those puddles, as it will completely unbalance your car. So just be careful of that. You get a really big snap on the exit as well, but it's all nicely controlled. And again, obviously just avoiding this curb. In general, we just want to avoid the curbs in the wet most of the time, unless you're at slow speed, which is a bit more acceptable. But in high speed like this, you're just going to get on top of the water and it will just spit you out. So just be careful, mindful of that. Head down towards the final couple of corners for this circuit. And again, just on the racing line. Heading back down the hill again, slightly downhill. Again, heavy braking, only about 30%. Avoid the inside curve, just go slightly round it. And then avoiding the exit curve as well. And then final corner, similar to the last corner a few corners ago, there's actually a big puddle that can form on the apex here, so just be careful. With that in extra heavy rain, there can be a really bad puddle that forms there, so just watch out for that. In these conditions, it's not too bad, so you can take the apex. But I have seen it when it's a bit worse than this, it can get quite bad. This car, because it's a bit heavier as well, it's not as tricky in the rain. It doesn't sort of glide over the top of puddles, it sort of drives through them a bit more. So like Formula cars, it's a bit tricky. so you have to completely avoid this curb here. But in this Porsche Cup car, it's got a lot of weight, so you can just sort of drive through the puddles a bit more. But yeah, if it rains too hard, just be wary of that. Just look out for it. And then yeah, it's a run to the line, avoiding the exit curb as well, and that completes a lap of the Red Bull Ring. So that was the hot lap guide then for week 1 of 2024 season 4. Hope that was really useful for you guys. Obviously our first wet lap of the season and of the whole channel for me actually as well. So I hope that was useful for you guys. Any questions, let us know down below. Obviously also check out our Discord as well. You can leave any queries you have there. Check out the website, coachdaveacademy.com, for all the latest data packs across all the series this season. And yeah, I will see you next week for week 2. Take care, guys.